right, so we are finishing up chapter 10. We're in the middle of Paul telling us about his battle, famous key battle, and how he ended up where he is now. But there was more. And we showed that Americans were willing to fight the most powerful army in the world. We showed that we can hold our ground. As Paul kept talking, Nate realized how much he didn't know about the war. Lexington and Concord and Bunker Hill had just been the beginning. The Americans had lost a big battle in Quebec, Canada. But they beat the British in a fight down in South Carolina. And this past March, the Americans finally drove the British out of Boston. And then came the most shocking news. America wasn't part of England anymore. Not really. Just last week on July 4th, 1776, leaders of the American colonies signed a letter to King George. It had an important sounding name, the Declaration of Independence. Our captain read it to us a few nights ago. I can't remember the fancy words, but basically it said that the American colonies were joining together to make a brand new country, a free country, the United States of America. That's what this war is about. We're fighting for our new country. And the biggest battle was about to happen right here in New York. Paul leaned forward. His eyes were flickering with excitement. So you'll join us? The army? Nate asked. Now, Paul had to be kidding or crazy. Nate couldn't fight in the war. He was only 11 years old. But Paul was dead serious. And he wasn't saying Nate should be a soldier. He'd have to at least be 14 for that. I need to talk to the captain, Paul said. He's been looking for a camp helper. He let me stay here? Nate asked. I bet he would. Nate thought of what Papa used to say when they would stand together on the deck of his ship, looking out over the ocean. You never know what's ahead. Paul was right. Barely a day ago, Nate had been running for his life, and now he was here with his oldest friend in the world. He's going to be a part of George Washington's army. Nate barely realized that he was smiling and nodding. Looks like your answer is yes, Paul said. All right, so I wonder what's going to happen in the next chapter, chapter 11. Will Nate be accepted? If so, what will Nate do? Will he get that job, or will his job entitle him to do something else? So we'll just have to read and find out. It'll be a great time to make some inferences of what's to come.